Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we are going to work on a pair of earrings using some beautiful charms from Bargain Bead Box. Well, no, not Bargain Bead Box, from their sister company, Bead Box Bargains. So aren't those pretty? So we're going to use those as the basis of it. However, we're going to start with a little square wire, and we're going to make a decorative piece for it to hang off of. And we're going to hammer this a little bit too. So let's turn down and we'll get started. So here are the pretty little charm pieces. We have some jump rings. These may be bigger than we need, but we'll see as we go along. And we have some really pretty decorated posts. Then we have our two 4-inch pieces of wire. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to make a loop in here. So how we make the loops is we get our, this is our oval one. And we take our pieces and we go up and around and over and bring these down quite a bit, like so. Now we want these to match, so we'll do this same with this other one. I've got this one a lot more than the other, and that's probably actually just as well. I'm going to maybe trim the other one off. Well, that's strange because that looks to be fine. As far as length is right there. But this one seems to be quite a bit longer, which is weird because they were the same length. Interesting. Oh, I see. It's not quite as bowed down in here. This one has more of a roundness to it than that one does. Well, it should be the same. We're on the same one. But see that weird kink it just got? We'll get it over here further again. Let's see, like that. See how different you are, babies? So we want them as close as possible. So we'll put this one in again, and we're going to push this one down his way and see if we can't get them more evened out. Let's see here. And this one will push down this way. Now these loops, this one needs to come down this direction a little bit more. This one needs to come down all the way more, both sides. Okay. Now they're about the same. A little bit different, but pretty close. So now we'll go to our next step, which is to take our bell making pliers, both our large and our small, and we're going to take our longer one and we're going to bring it over this direction using our smaller of our two bells. That's not laying flat, so we'll have to straighten that, but we're going to bump it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So like I say, we take the longer of the two and we roll it over this direction. Again, we're over the top right here, so we'll squish that down. Now we'll take the bigger of the two here and we'll roll this one over this direction. Now we're going to pull these apart some so they're like so. And that's longer than I'm probably going to cut a little bit off because this one is longer than I want it to be. Oh, those are pretty darn close right there. Now we're going to take our block and we're going to smash these a bit. Actually, you know what? We're going to take the cutters, what I do with them, and we're going to cut about 1/4 of an inch out of here. Well, 1/8 of an inch, I should say. Turn these over so the flush cutter's going the right way. Because I do want this down a little bit lower than it is. And I actually think that I want the next step down. So we'll just curl. There we go. Now let's see how close they are. Still real good. That's good. Well, let's flatten, get our steel block out because we're going to have to do some hammering, and then we will see what adjustments we need to make. So here's number 1. Ouch. Boy, I'm determined to smash my finger today. That is one thing about holding your wire as you pound, is you might catch your finger, which I did twice. Just the tip, but it didn't feel that great. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to adjust these wires any way we want them done. I didn't get this one hit as much. It's not as flat as the other side. So let's get that. A little better. There we go. So now what we're going to do is these are going to face opposite directions like so, but we still want them to be pretty close to each other, which it looks like this one elongated some. See how it's bigger than the other one? Quite a bit bigger, in fact. So we need to see if we can adjust these around a little bit. Now see if we get them up here. They're not that different. It's just, see that extra length right there? I think we're going to need to hammer this one a little more and see if we can't get some length into it. So let's see if that helped any. This portion here looks perfect. This one looks a little bit, just a hair's breadth too long. So what I think we'll need to do, excuse me, I got a touch of the sniffles, is cut just a hair's breadth out of here. Not much, just a little bit. Oh, I don't think it cut. Okay, now we'll take our and twist it that little bit over. And now let's see what we got here. Teeny touch off, but not enough that I'm going to worry about it. So now that we have our wire pieces formed, ta-da! Oops, don't lose it, Rose. We're going to put them together. And though that is really quite simple, in fact, I got bigger jump rings, I think, than I need. Because I got jump rings thinking that the flattened wire would need a little bit of extra, and I don't think it does. So let's get our smaller ones out. These are the medium, and I think these should work fine, and if they look like they're buckling up a little bit, we will switch back to the large. So I need my 2 pair of pliers. Ugh, my mat's trying to slip off here. And we'll just take one of these jump rings and we'll open it up, put our heart on, and then put it on the wire and close it up. Now we'll see how it hangs, and it hangs just fine. Now for the other one, we're going to, well, these are the big ones. We decided we didn't need those. Now we'll take another one here and open it, put it on the bigger of the 2 loops, and then through our ear wire, our post here. Close it up. Yeah, the smaller is just perfect, but there's our earring right there. Now I considered putting some decorative stones or something in here, and then I decided, nah, I'm not going to do that. I like it just like this. So let's get these other 2 open and put these together with our second piece of wire. Now, like I said, since these charms do not have a, are not two-sided. It's even though it's pretty on this side, the crystals are only on this side. We have to make sure we're going the direction we want it to when we put it together. And I want them to face opposite directions as they go. Come on, you. Okay, this may be one of those ones where I have to put the post on first. And because I'm putting it on first, I am going to do this so that it's to the backward side. There we go. There's our second one. So there's our earrings all finished. Get this and put these away. But I think those turned out very pretty. And let's see how long they turned out to be. They are from ear post, which we want to measure since it's going to be in the ear. Almost 3, so about the length I really like an earring to be. So here we go. There's our earrings with our flattened wire. So here we go. Here's what our earrings will look like. Now these are looking really good with my darker hair, which keeps it, really makes it show up there. So I like that a lot. And here's our second. See, they're going opposite directions, the wire piece. So I really like how those turned out. I hope you do too. If I recall right, I got these ear posts from Michaels, and the heart from Bead Box Bargains, the heart charm, and the wire, the 18 gauge square wire I got from SoftFlex. So there we go. There are our earrings. I hope you enjoyed making those with me. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.